Right, so doors up here, the chair's just there, and the rest of the car is here. So we've got a big pile of water up here, which I'm going to start by getting out. There's nothing in there. I've got a bit of plastic that's broken off something else. This must go with, presumably, actually. So I don't know where this goes, but... And we've got some seashells in here. That's broken off there. Okay. Right. So we'll start by clearing up this water. Then we're going to look at what the rust is like in here and if it can be cleaned off and just painted with some primer, or if we're going to need to do more. But it'll be something to start up on. Okay, so although this is all rust, I think it's all surface rust. I also think someone's been working on this car. It's a stalled project because up here we can see a bit of new welding in place. And I mean, I know their patch is over, but that's kind of like I would do. But I think this might, this inner sill or whatever it is, might actually be new, even though it's rusted at the bottom. Either that or it's maintained itself very well. It's just that this is less rusty than this up here. So I suspect that someone was working on this and that this side has been done. They then let water get in and it's rusted out all of that. But you know, as I go round, and I'm going to have to wire wheel it at the very least, but it looks like it might all be in pretty good nick. I also think this is probably the original colour of the car here, which would go with that soft top a lot more. And if we come underneath, just here as well, and I know we haven't got much room, but again, you know, it all feels pretty solid. Oh, but I can see this here again. There's my finger. This looks like it's the original colour there. So, and yeah, again, look, you see, so it looks like this is as far as they came in terms of doing work underneath or something. Anyway, so is that, yeah, you see that's clear. What about this corner here? Yeah. So it's all actually, from that point of view, what I've looked at here so far, that doesn't look too bad. Having said that, I then come in here and Can we see this? Can we see there? We've got this great big hole. So I'll have to have a look at that and what's meant to be there. So this is the other side of that bit that I'm seeing on the inside. Yeah, so that's the other side of what I've seen on the inside, and then this is there. Okay, cool. So next step we're going to do then is we're going to start wire wheeling in here and seeing what it looks like. Yeah, I think that's the way to go, and we will yeah, we'll see if we've got any actual holes, or if if we can get some primer on here and just keep it protected, which would be ideal. Okay, we're about to have a bit of a lunch break, but you can see how it's cleaning up, not too badly. Clearly we're going to have to do something here. So this is where the seat gets bolted down, I think, and so I need to have a look underneath the car to see what that looks like. Although this is very bubbly over here, even though I've taken it off, I've started breaking this off, which I assume is soundproofing, because I could see rust climbing up underneath. So we pulled that up to make sure we can get at all of that. So we're going to take a bit of a break and have some lunch, and then we will come back out and see if we can't get the inside of here cleaned up today. And having done that, we can maybe have a look at what needs doing on this side. I might need to take the pedals out though to really get under there, and it might be a sensible thing to do, since I do want to get it all out anyway, so why not do it now? Right, food. Okay, so I've been making progress here, and we do have a few holes. So we've got here, we've got one under the chair here. We've got this bit which I showed you before, so again where the seat is connected, so I might have to take this out, which I'm not keen on doing because of I'm not great at finding the spot welds and drilling them out and stuff, so I'm not keen on doing that, but we'll clean it up a bit more. We've then got a few more holes in the front, and I have along here I've been going a bit just to make sure I find everything. So we've got clearly a big patch to go in here, a patch for here. I'm not sure if I think I might have structure under this, so I need to have a look underneath and see. I might want to lift the car up. We've got a hole here as well. There we go. Have I got you in yet? There. So we've got a hole here. Now, if you go underneath, there's another piece of metal that's folded around all of this and is protecting it. So, yeah. And again, a hole here, and then there's a couple of little ones here as well. And now I haven't finished cleaning, but I was looking at it. I was debating about this, whether or not to take this out, and I thought, well, I'll just take the chair out from the other side. So we've got the other chair here, and have a look at that. And we can see most of our wiring harness and stuff in here. But you can also see, if you look through here, you can see this is going straight through to the floor, and so I think work has been done on the driver's side and not on this side. Ooh, yeah, as we see that. So I'm not going to take this door off until I know I've got some structure there, because I think that is the weak side. And I pulled some things from the front. Pardon, got a nice big gap in there as well. So we certainly started on the right side, and I guess I need to clear it up more. I also wonder if it's had a little bit of a bang from underneath, because we're just in here, see here, so bang from the top in fact, 'cause I'm sure it shouldn't be bent down like that. And I might just bang that back up. But then again, over here, maybe that should be down. I don't know. Anyway, we will keep cleaning and trying to get this stuff out, and I shall continue to debate whether I want to be drilling that out. I mean, I think I know I should, but that doesn't mean I will. Yeah. I've just used my needle scaler for the first time ever. Now that's a depressing tool. So still okay more or less in here, but we've got more holes coming up. This is much bigger. More holes around here, a lot around here, and here as well. And then along here that's about the same, but on the other side that's grown no end. So there's a supporting structure, chassis structure under this side over here. There isn't here. I would like to. So what we're going to do is we're going to, I think, probably start at the front and work back, which means I might be taking all of this stuff out as well. The brake moves, the accelerator moves, the clutch, doesn't move at all. So I think we'll start at the front and move back. We will have to take this out, but we will do that when we get to it rather than now, I think. And we are going to start with what I perceive to be the easiest bit of welding, which will be this bit of pinholes here. So we're going to clean that up a bit more, and we'll get a grinder or a flap disc to that. We'll clean it up a bit more, and we will look to fix a piece in there so that it feels like we've got some progress on it. So I've got my template in cardboard there. I'm going to transfer that to metal, and I'm going to bring it back and bend it into shape, the same shape as the board, and then I'm going to try a different way of welding it in. So I'm going to copy something that I've seen by Fitz's Fabrications, and what he will do is he tack welds his replacement piece over the top, and then he starts at a corner and he cuts out the tack at the corner. He pushes that down into so that it's flat and level, and he welds it in place, and then he starts to move along and very slowly move around, cutting out his tack welds and pushing his new piece in, and we'll see if it works. If it doesn't, I'll just have to cut a new piece and do it again. But he says it gives you a better connection because you cut in here at a 45-degree angle, so when this goes down it sits in there. So I guess we'll see. Right, actually I've changed my mind about trying out Fitz's Fabrications way just yet. So I have a piece here which fits in like that, and quite a bit of squeezing at the moment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark around the outside, and then I've got those bits to hold it in place with screw in welding clamps, and I think that will actually work well for me here, so I'm going to do that instead. Right, so it's Monday 19th of April. We've welded in the patch there, and then we have spent, I don't know, probably took me an hour, maybe a bit longer, to bring it up onto jacks. I decided I'd get it up onto axle stands to give myself a bit more space underneath. And so going up at the back, it was all very even at the front. I couldn't get a jack, my jack under there initially. Couldn't get it low enough, so I started by lifting it on the driver's side over there, took it up just one notch and got it on a bit, and then I came here to lift it, and I basically very slowly did the front and then the back, then the front, then the back, then the front. Now the problem, that my concern is, when I do raise it, the front, the passenger side rises a lot more than the driver's side is rising a lot more than the passenger side. So and then when I lower it back down, boy, do you hear the creaking of things, and you can see quite a lot of rust on the floor. But what this has done is it's allowed me to look at things a bit more and a bit more clearly. So, this driver's side, really, it's not too bad. I mean, possibly the sensible thing would be to cut out all of that front and put in a big patch, but I think I'm going to try to do it with smaller patches, and fix it that way, or possibly actually get a big patch to come all the way back here and across. When I've been looking at this, coming through here, so this is meant to come down with a flange out and over, and then the floor pan comes out and this one comes over it. So I clearly got something a bit, well, it's just rusted. I mean, it was here and it just fell off. So there's a bit more work to do around here for that. But then, this is quite solid, and so I think on this side, when we look along here, these sills I think have been done. So I think that isn't too bad. I've really just got to decide about the floor and if I want to do it bit by bit or not. Okay, then if I move around to the back, it's easier from the other side probably. So from the back, well, I think these are the I guess that's part of the suspension. So these suspension arms, these are in good condition. This is a bit needs to clean off and stuff, but it's not bad. And then we've got, I don't know what they've got on the axle. I do have a prop shaft, it's just not on the car at the moment. Okay, but that doesn't look too bad. Now the transmission support, again, probably needs to come off and be done. This is not good. This is rusting away a bit. Okay, but then this looks like it's been cared for a bit. So, so again, the back doesn't look too bad. The front doesn't look great. Okay, so I don't know how much I've lost. So the front doesn't look great. I mean, you can see all of the rust here. Okay, and all along here, and as we go around, so this is all part of the front wing, I think, and that is just well, it is just rust. So all the way around here, then this arch is just in, I mean, you can see that's going to just fall apart. So that inner wheel arch is dreadful. And then the sills along here, so the passenger side, and is just dreadful. Okay, so if we look at that. Okay, so the passenger side is just not even worth contemplating trying to save. So I think what my plan is, interesting, this is actually better than the other side, interesting. So I guess actually they were worried about this and came in and did it, whereas if you look at the other side, it's not great. Huh. So it's been suggested what I need to do is get this on a rotisserie, which would be lovely to do, but I simply I don't have a rotisserie and I don't have the room for one. It's just, if you the stag comes in every night, okay, if at all possible, which means the stag goes on the other side of the garage, okay, and so I just don't have the room to have anything extending out beyond here, and even if I took my workbench down, I still don't think I'd actually have enough room, so we're not going to get the opportunity to do that. So I think what my plan is for first steps is I'm going to try to deal with the driver's side by welding in patches, and I'm not sure if that's a good idea or not, because there are more holes in there every time I look. Okay, but I'm gonna have a go at doing it by patches. On the passenger side, I'm going to work out what it is I need in terms of there's presumably an outer sill, I don't know if there's an inner sill, there's a floor pan, there's a wheel arch. Okay, and I think I'm going to just bite the bullet and buy all of that and try to put that in. And if I order that now and continue working on the driver's side, I could switch over to that when it arrives, and if that is just so much better that I think it's worth spending the money, then all I've wasted is a bit of time over here doing the other bits. Okay, so I think that's what my plan is to do that. Now I need to think about that side, because the door will have to come off for me to do it, and I don't know if that door is actually just holding everything in place at the moment. And so I probably need to work out how I can weld some structure in there. Probably have to go and buy some structure as well for it, to hold that together, so I can afford to cut out what little metal is still there. So I'm going to end this episode on that, because if people have better plans for me or better ideas about how to progress from that point of view, then I'd really like to hear it. But I think what I need to do is get both the sills sorted first, so that I've got some sort of structural integrity. And if I'm doing that, I might as well do the floors as well. And this side really doesn't look too bad. Okay, I'm just gonna. Can I get anything in there? So you can see it's rusty, but it's all solid in there. Okay. It's just got the drain holes where they're meant to be. So I think that's okay. So that's what I'm going to do. If you've got thoughts and you think it's the wrong approach, please let me know.